tonight.
From Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh,
It's a special prime time edition of the NFL.
the holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. To the air on first down with Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 21 carries, 122 yards.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. George Pickens, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 4 catches, 52 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Taken down at the 42. Well, it's impossible to see the Raiders and Steelers in Pittsburgh and not think of our namesake, the late, great John Madden, and the Immaculate Reception game, which celebrated its 50th anniversary yesterday. It was December 22nd, 1972. So this game, a nice little nod from the schedule makers, no doubt. And the Raiders have gotten a little bit of revenge in recent years. They've won 4 out of 5 and have a 17-13 all-time advantage in the series. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Chris Wormley, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Off play action. Pickett rolling to his right. Going up top for Miller. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Pickett to throw on first down, eluding the pressure right. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers have taken a 13. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Card out a throw. It's brought in by Harris. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
To throw, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Carr, a handoff here to Drake. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in mind. Now Drake loses the football. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Pickett. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Pickett back to throw. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool from 13 yards out. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Throwing on first down is Carr. It's caught here by Adams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll get it to Drake running left. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Allen's first catch, good for a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now Carr. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Steps away. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Pass and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. But let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Carr. The open man here, Renfro. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Carr completes it, and this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. To throw his Carr. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Highsmith making a nice play and getting the sack. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. He'll let it fly for Austin. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So we're at halftime here on... All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Carr. Open man, that's it's Renfro. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
First down, a run with Cohen. Down to the 42, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. Throwing now is Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Will Fuller from 6 yards away. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw, Pickett. Being chased out left. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Escaping the pressure right. Open man. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On play action, it's Carr. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. Play action. Now it's Carr. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Pickett. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pickett now on 1st down. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's caught by Waller out left side. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards? Okay.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, They kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now Carr. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett sliding out of the pocket. He's got this to Pickens. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 32 yards. And the Steelers extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 1st down, Carr. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Carr to throw again. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. On play action. Now Carr. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Keelan Cole, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. Pickett lost it, and the Raiders pick it up. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Now Carr. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. Carr to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Carr. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing his Carr. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. One final try now for Carr. And finding Keelan Cole. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, it's a loss that could wind up